All right, today we're stepping into the massive digital world of Roblox. It's a platform where millions and millions of kids hang out every single day. But behind all the fun and games, there's a serious legal storm brewing. We're talking about lawsuits that claim this digital universe isn't just fun, it's built on a foundation of intentional psychological manipulation. So let's break down the case. So, first things first, to really get what's at stake here, you have to appreciate the sheer scale of this thing. Roblox isn't just one game. As one of our sources puts it, it's a massive online universe. It's this huge collection of what they call experiences, where kids create, they socialize. They really live out parts of their lives there. For a whole lot of kids, this is a cornerstone of modern childhood. And that really brings us to the heart of the conflict. On one side, you have this incredibly vibrant, creative world of play. But on the other, you have these lawsuits, and they're claiming that the platform is engineered with some pretty sophisticated tricks, all designed specifically to get young users hooked and to drive compulsive behavior. Now, to be clear, Roblox itself doesn't actually make most of the games on the platform. It's what's known as a user-generated content platform. That means other people, third-party developers, create the millions of experiences. And what that creates is a landscape of, well, virtually endless content. There is always something new to do, which, of course, is a huge part of its appeal. So how does that model connect to addiction? Well, this is where the legal arguments get really specific. See, the lawsuits aren't just saying, hey, kids are playing this game too much. No. They're pointing to deliberate design choices that they claim are meant to foster addiction. These choices are often called dark patterns. So what exactly is a dark pattern? Think of it like a trick in the user interface, a hidden persuader. This isn't a bug or some kind of accident. The legal filings are arguing that these are carefully crafted designs, and their whole purpose is to manipulate you, especially if you're a child, into spending more time or more money than you ever planned to. And a key tactic that gets mentioned in these cases is weaponizing a feeling we all know, FOMO, the fear of missing out, right? It's that anxiety you get when you think your friends are all having fun without you. Well, the lawsuits argue that game designers can build entire systems just to trigger that feeling over and over again. And here is a perfect example of how that works in the real world, taken from the game Fortnite. Just look at the item shop here. You see those big, obvious countdown timers? That is classic FOMO in action. It creates this sense of urgency, basically telling the player, hey, buy this right now or it's gone forever. The lawsuits allege that similar pressure tactics are all over the place inside Roblox experiences, all designed to make you bypass careful thought and just make an impulse buy. But FOMO is just one piece of this puzzle. The lawsuits point to a whole bunch of these features. You've got endless content, so there's never a natural stopping point. You have unpredictable rewards that work exactly like a slot machine, giving your brain that little hit of dopamine that keeps you coming back for more. Then there's social pressure from friends and daily login rewards that basically punish you for taking a day off. Every single one of them, the argument goes, is designed to keep you hooked. So, how do they make money off of all of this? Well, the answer is Robux. This is the platform's virtual currency. You buy it with real, actual money, and then you use it for everything inside the game, from outfits for your avatar to special advantages. The entire economy is built on Robux. And here's another one of those alleged dark patterns, illustrated perfectly by these currency bundles. The lawsuits claim a very similar system is at play with Robux. See, the currency is often sold in bundles that don't quite match the prices of the items. For example, you might buy a pack of 1,000 Robux, but the item you really want costs 800. So now you have 200 left over, not enough for another big item, which tempts you to just buy another pack. It's a system that can obscure the real-world cost and encourages you to just keep spending. But why are these techniques considered so harmful when they're used on kids and teenagers? Adults play games too, right? Well, the answer to that lies in developmental psychology. The absolute core of the legal argument is this: kids and teens are not just small adults. Their brains are still developing, especially the parts responsible for things like impulse control, long-term planning, and understanding abstract ideas like money and value. This makes them uniquely susceptible to these kinds of persuasive design. And this isn't some brand new idea. Psychologists have understood this for a long time. Over a century ago, a psychologist named G. Stanley Hall described adolescence as a period of storm and stress, a totally natural phase of life marked by big emotions and risk-taking. The argument is that these online games, with their fast rewards and social pressures, are designed to perfectly exploit and amplify those exact traits. And when that amplification goes too far, families start reporting these devastating symptoms. This isn't just about a child who likes video games. We're talking about a compulsive pattern that they just can't control, leading to real-world harm in their schoolwork, in their family life, and their own mental health. These are the kinds of damages that are cited in these lawsuits. And check this out. This shows another alleged manipulative tactic: guilt tripping. When a player tries to say no to an offer, the game shows these sad, distressed characters. This is especially powerful when used on a child, who can form really strong emotional bonds with these characters. It's designed to make them feel actual guilt, pressuring them to make a purchase just to make the sad characters happy again. Okay, so with all these allegations on the table, how does this actually turn into a legal fight? Let's take a look at the legal battleground itself. Well, these lawsuits often target an entire ecosystem. It's not just Roblox Corporation as the owner of the platform. Liability could also extend to the third-party developers who create the most addictive experiences, the app stores like Apple and Google, who, by the way, take a cut of every transaction, and even the partners who help market these games to kids. Now, for a family that's pursuing a case, the path is long and it's complex. It usually starts with a formal clinical diagnosis, followed by the super important step of preserving all the data: purchase histories, screen time reports, you name it. After talking to a law firm, a complaint gets filed, and that officially starts the process. A huge moment is what's called the discovery phase, where lawyers can demand internal documents, emails, and communications from Roblox to try and prove the company knew its platform was addictive. From there, it can either end in a settlement or go all the way to a trial. These cases are still in their very early stages, but they raise some massive questions for the future of digital play. So what are the immediate takeaways, and what's the bigger picture here for all of us? For any parent who might be concerned, legal experts have some very clear, actionable advice. On the do side, document everything: symptoms, spending, how it's impacting school. On the don't side, and this is critical, don't delete the accounts. They could be evidence. Also, don't post about the case online, and never, ever speak with company representatives without a lawyer there with you. And that brings us to the final, really big question here. This isn't just about Roblox. As these digital universes get more and more immersive, more integrated into our kids' lives, it forces a huge societal question. Who is ultimately responsible for keeping children safe in these new worlds? Is it the companies that build them? Is it the parents who supervise? Or is it the governments that regulate? There are no easy answers here, and this legal battle might just be the very beginning of that conversation.